different businesses choose different locations for different reasons. We are going to look at the factors that manufacturing industries consider, service sector businesses, and retail businesses. So first, let's look at a manufacturing industry. The factors that a manufacturing business considers before it locates in any place are nearness to raw materials, because this business needs to reduce transportation costs of these raw materials. And an example is a sugarcane factory near a sugar factory. So this sugar factory must locate closer to the sugarcane farm. Availability of labor, because factories need many workers. So most factories will locate where labor is very available and affordable, and perhaps that could be the reason most manufacturing businesses locate in urban areas. Transport facilities, because good roads, railways, and ports help move raw materials in and finished goods out. Power and water supply, because factories need reliable electricity and water to operate machines. And then cost of land, these manufacturing businesses always want to expand, so they usually prefer to locate in the outskirts of cities and busy urban areas because there is cheaper land. So what factors do service sector businesses consider before locating anywhere? Number one is nearness to customers. Service businesses must be close to people who use the service. For example, a hospital located in a town. You must have realized that actually most private hospitals, most clinics are in towns, because that is where most of the customers are. Accessibility. The business must be easy to reach by road or public transport. For example, a bank or a bus stop. You realize that a bank or a bus stop is very accessible by anyone. Availability of skilled labor. Most services need trained workers like teachers, nurses, or technicians. Security. Service businesses need safe areas to protect customers and staff. And a very good example here is hotels. Let's now look at location of retail businesses. And I could give you examples of retail businesses as supermarkets, shops, boutiques, pharmacies, that small store near you. All those are retail businesses. So what factors must someone consider before locating a retail business anywhere? There must be high customer traffic, because retailers need very many people passing by, and that is why most of those retail shops are in busy places. Visibility, the business should be easily seen by customers. For example, most of those retail businesses are very close to the roadside. Then most of these retail businesses also need to consider being closer to competitors, because sometimes businesses will locate near competitors to attract customers. You look at maybe very many phone shops in one area, you look at a hardware shop near to another hardware shop. So all those are things that must be considered. Customer income levels, retailers consider whether people nearby can afford their products. So a retailer could choose to either sell to high income areas or to low income areas. The other factors that all businesses that we've looked at above need to consider are government policies, because you're well aware that sometimes businesses locate in particular areas because a government is, for example, offering tax incentives, free land, tax holidays, and so on. And of course, government usually does this because it wants to encourage development in certain areas, because it wants to create jobs in certain areas. So if you're an owner of a business, or if you intend to start a business or a factory or any type of business, and then government provides you with some help, you will most probably consider that and locate that business in that very area. Environmental factors. Businesses must avoid areas prone to floods or pollution problems. You can imagine constructing a factory in a wetland. There are very high chances that there is a lot that is going to be encountered right there. Businesses also need to consider availability of technology and internet, especially for service sector businesses. And of course, knowing that we are now in a tech era, most must consider that. Future expansion, this rhymes very well with land. You must consider a possibility of having enough land for expansion in future. I thank you for watching and listening. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. Thank you.